Welcome everyone to the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. My name is Mark Owens, and on behalf of the university and athletic department, I really appreciate each and every one of you being here today for this historic event. The past, 8 days has been extremely intense and challenging and also pretty tiring. So to give us more insight and to talk about the process and how we got here today, I'd like to get everything started with our Director of Athletics, Mr. Chris Massaro.
Thank you. There is an old saying that a 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step. And today we're taking that step, and it's a very significant step. We all must keep in mind this only represents, though, one step in this 1,000-mile journey. For us to complete this journey, we all must work together. And I ask our fans, our alumni, and all who love MTSU to rally behind the program so that we can be the conference champions who makes the CFP playoffs. Today offers a new beginning as we close the books on an 8-day process that was fluid and dynamic. After numerous Zooms, countless phone calls, and several face-to-face interviews, we landed in a great spot. We had an outstanding group of finalists, who I have no doubt would have excelled here at MTSU. I thank them for all their interest in MTSU. I want to thank all of our players for their patience during this huge disruption and uncertainties they faced the last 8 days. I also want to thank them for their attention and the reception that they offered our new coach last night. It would be inappropriate for me not to thank the old staff for continuing their work with academics and recruiting in these really difficult circumstances. These men continue to demonstrate the kind of values and professionalism that makes MTSU great. I want to thank Parker and Associates for their incredible assistance in the process. They not only provided key insights and information, but handled all the logistics and kept us on a really aggressive timeline. I want to thank my wife, Cindy, for putting up with me, all the calls I took from home, all that kind of disruption. I'd also like to thank our friends at City Auto for providing me such a fabulous car to make private phone calls from. So thanks, City Auto. Thank you to all the coaches and people around the game that provided us with valuable information. We talked to a lot of coaches, but I do want to point out another local coach who provided valuable insight, Kevin Creasy over at Oakland High School. Thank you, Coach, for your assistance. I want to thank our ex-players, fans, and all others who love MTSU for their insights. Now is the time for all of us to come together, support our coach as we strive to be the conference champions again that earn their way into the expanded college football playoffs. I want to thank our two deputy ADs, Lee DeLeon and Diane Turnham, for their guidance and counsel. Diane smoothed the way through campus HR for the new coach to be hired, and more importantly for him to bring his staff in as quickly as possible. I thank Lee for being there every step of the way in the search process and providing his valuable thoughts and information and guidance. Thank you to Kim Edgar for clearing unbelievable access to Dr. McPhee. And she also provided extremely valuable insights on the candidates as well. And finally, thank you to Dr. McPhee for making it clear to everyone we talk to that we as a university are in alignment, and the coach and football will have full and complete support from him, his office, and the university. We can't accomplish our lofty goals without that kind of support and alignment, and he made it very clear to all of our candidates. It excited our candidates to see Dr. McPhee up close and personal in the interview process. With that, I'd like to introduce our 10th president of MTSU, Dr. Sidney A. McPhee.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Chris, for that kind introduction. And certainly on behalf of the First Lady of MTSU, Liz McPhee, we welcome you to this very, very exciting day. Let's give her a round of applause. Without her, McPhee is nothing, please. Now, alumni, fans, students, and players, I also want to thank you for being here this morning and being such an important part of this university. Now, before we introduce our new head football coach, I just want to take a couple of moments and comments to make with regards to how we got to where we are today. Now, during his press conference last week, our athletic director, Chris Massaro, emphasized that from the moment we made the decision to take our football program in a new direction, there was universal agreement on the characteristics that we wanted in our next coach. And you no doubt have heard about our desire to select an individual who will engage our supporters and build a rapport with not only our supporters but also our fans, but also a coach who will effectively engage those outside of the Blue Raider family, a coach who will bring new interests to our program and create excitement among state and national media. Our new head football coach, ladies and gentlemen, whom I will introduce in just a few moments, I believe with all my heart and soul has that ability. We also wanted someone who was dedicated to the development of our student athletes on and off the field, and continue to achieve our goals of graduating our student athletes. We have one of the top 5 graduation rate, 98% of our football programs at this university, the only public university to be at that level in that category. So I want you to know that our university has become nationally known as an institution that not only values athletic success, but also recognizes the importance of academic performance. Our new coach, I can tell you, he understands that. In fact, at one point in his career, he was a classroom teacher. Our new coach needed to understand the changing landscape of FBS football and the challenges of developing a winning program in today's very highly competitive environment. And with experience as a coordinator and a head coach at several successful Power 5 programs and in the NFL, your new coach is well prepared for that challenge. Most importantly, we selected a coach who wants to be a Blue Raider, who wants to be part of elevating our football team to the top of the conference and win championships. And win championships. We selected a coach who wants to make MTSU and our Blue Raiders a nationally recognized brand. And when I had the opportunity to meet him for the first time, I was completely blown away. That is not an exaggeration. With his enthusiasm and his excitement, and it was genuine, ladies and gentlemen. He has a great understanding of who we are at MTSU in Murfreesboro, and we are no little middle. Did you get that? And I can promise you that he has an exciting vision for what we can become and how far he's going to take us. He clearly wants to be our next leader of our football program. I looked him in the eyes. He clearly wants to be here at MTSU. And I know that his family wants to be in Murfreesboro. His wife, Leanne, is here. Would you stand, Leanne? Let us thank you for your support. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and my privilege to introduce to you and bring to the stage our dynamic, new, exciting, incredible new MTSU Blue Raider head football coach, Coach Derek Mason.
Okay, I'll take that. Wow. I didn't know if we were at a pep rally or a Beyonce concert. You know, I really want to say my thank you to everybody here, but I want to say good morning and start with the idea that to whom much is given, much is required. And for me, the understanding of being here today in Murfreesboro is a blessing, true blessing. My thank yous would like to start with the Board of Trustees. I want to thank them. I've had a chance to talk to a couple of our board members, and this is a special place. And they've been able to tell me how special, and for me, it's resonated. Dr. McPhee, incredible. His vision, the idea of what he wanted, what he needed, the leadership, incredible. Chris Massaro, my man. The ability to be collaborative in a process where two people had to just sit down and have a good conversation and find meaning in the idea of where we wanted to go. Lee De Leon, super sharp. Just talking to me about like the idea. He prayed over me before I came in here, and so I want to thank him because I believe that when you have really good people around you, anything is possible. I want to thank my wife, Leanne, 30 years. She's been incredible. She's dealt with the idea of me coaching, the brunt of me not coaching, and then being a true sounding board about coming back to the game that I love. So I want to say thank you. I'd like to start with talking about our players, okay? And I had a meeting with our players last night. Dr. McPhee and Chris and I sat down and talked about the idea of wanting them to be the first recipients of our relationship and what this thing was going to look like. So instead of meeting this morning, we met last night, impromptu meeting. And what I can tell you, much like many 18 to 22-year-olds who are in the dark and don't quite understand what just happened to them, a lot of hurt in the building, just wanting to know and understand what's next. So we started with what's next. We started with the idea of me talking to them about just love, loving them, meeting them where they are, and understanding that every one of those players is valued and valuable within our program. Stay here. Be a Blue Raider. And I think having an opportunity to shake every one of those players' hands. Okay, I shook every player's hand. I had a chance to talk to our coaches. I wanted to know names. What started is maybe something that may go 20 minutes. We were in there at least for an hour and 45 minutes. Why? Because mending relationships and love takes a little bit of time. So let's get that right. When you have a strong foundation, the deeper you dig, the higher you can go. So it starts with them. It starts with the players. And for me, I felt the love of those guys in there, but we talked about just simple truths. Okay? You tell me your truth and I'll tell you mine. And together our truths will get us to where we're trying to go. I want to talk about Coach Stock and his legacy here in that stadium with these student athletes. This is the house that he built along with Dr. McPhee and Chris. And it is my job and my responsibility to help move the legacy forward. It's about legacy. Coach Stock's loss will be felt in this community, within our athletic department, with our student athletes, and really within the university. But again, it's just a handing of the baton, truly. And so we're getting ready to start sprinting. So get yourselves ready. This past year's journey for me has been an interesting one, to say the least. It's the first time in 30 years that I was not on the sideline. I spent my time behind the mic, finding an opportunity in calling games and reconnecting with the game that I love. Here's what happens sometimes into a football coach. You go, and you never have an opportunity to really enjoy what life and the opportunity to coach this game and be around young people can really do for you. So for me, seeing the game through a different lens, a media lens, being able to watch NIL, being able to watch, in the platform of college football and realignment. These things were front and center for me. And the connection with coaches, talking about the love for their student athletes, the ever-changing landscape, how the ground was moving. From some of the best Power 5 coaches in college football to some of the best Group of 5 coaches. It was amazing to be able to get in the rooms with coaches and have those guys want to talk to me about how our game looks, where we need to go. My football acumen grew tremendously. It was like being back in the NFL because I finally had a chance to look at other people like coaching football. Football looked different. It smelled different. The schemes were different. Watching offenses and what they looked like. Specifically looking at this conference, Conference USA. Okay, and what it turned out to be this year. You saw the ball flying through the air. You saw the amazing ability, to stretch fields vertically. But what it came down to were two football teams that were able to run the football as good as anybody in this conference to close out playing a hard-fought Conference USA championship game. It's amazing to see Liberty in year one and New Mexico State with the resurgence under Jerry Kill and what they've been able to do. There's a blueprint out there. The bones in this program are delicious. They're good. They're new. We got bones here. Good bones. Good bones. And it's amazing to me how quickly my mind changed about wanting to get back into this game, truly. I really missed the sideline. I did. I miss the ability to adapt and adjust. College football has really changed, but I think I've changed with it. So that's a good thing for me, us, our student athletes, and MTSU, for sure. The thing that probably caught my eye about MTSU, besides its history, is when I sat down with Dr. McPhee, the conversations that we had. It's about alignment, top to bottom. You have to be aligned with a vision, a voice, okay, and having the opportunity to be resourced the correct way in this process in order to achieve success. From the board to the president to the athletic director, okay, to the student athlete. I saw student athletes last night that are hungry. Hungry. So we got to feed them. We got to let them eat. And we're going to eat. I couldn't have passed up this MTSU opportunity. When I found out that I had a chance to be in the race, it was exciting, and I was excited. You don't understand. I mean, I know you had a chance to touch Dr. McPhee, and I know some of you have been around him a long time. For me, it was energy coming through the building. It was seeping out the windows. As soon as I stepped into the room, you felt that magnetism. That matters. Energy begets energy. That's the way that thing works. And so for me, I was hyped. I'll tell you right now, I'm in the mood to run it back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run it back. I felt like I was going to get this job. Truly. I went into the process to win it. My mindset was, if you're going to play the game, let's play the game to win. The good Lord, always gives us an opportunity to show us, what he wants for us. Sometimes, we think we want something and he'll pull us in a totally different direction. This was full speed ahead and I was all up in it. So I want you to know, you got a coach, a father, a teacher, an educator who's all in the game, chips all in here at MTSU. I love Tennessee. I feel like Nashville has become the entertainment capital and hub of the South. And when you look at what we have here in the borough, from the Ville to the borough, it's exciting. We are connected, but very much our own community. We are blue collar, just like the blue we wear. Hard-working folks wanting the opportunity to be great. So let's be great. Murfreesboro, in my opinion, when you talk about Rutherford County, and really the Middle Tennessee area, is probably some of the most fertile recruiting area in this state. Talent on talent on talent. And it's our job to keep it here. So this staff will be committed to the idea of watching our community players, the best of the best, come here, play here, graduate here, and live here. Let's do that. MTSU graduates 5,000 students per year. 5,000. That's exceptional. 1 in 6, they reside in Nashville, a graduate. 1 in 6 graduates resides in Nashville. So when I talk about the Ville to the borough, you don't think we're well represented? We are. We got to wake it all up. It's time to shake it up. Time to let everybody know who we are, where we sit, where we stand, and what the mission is. We want to win championships here. Make no bones about it. We want to rock this new updated stadium that's coming here in 2025, but we got work to do between now and then. The commitment is there. The work's got to be done. So we'll get to work. It's our time. We're going to be dedicated to making sure, okay, from the class to the grass, okay, man, from the educational opportunities as well as the growth opportunities for our student athletes on and off the field, that they get it done. The cost of getting it wrong is way too expensive, so we're going to get it right. We are ready to hit the ground running, and I do understand that recruiting is going on right now. So as I land this plane, and as we all get together, okay, in understanding that Derek Mason, myself, standing here before you, is about serving you. So whatever I can do, I will do in service of the Blue Raider community. So let's make sure we get that done. I'm ready to roll, so let's go Blue.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our announcement today. For members of the media, all three of these guys will be available immediately after up there in the conference room at the second floor. So we'll get there as soon as we can. So again, thanks everyone for being here today and showing in this great event. Thank you.